States. It's Mark from the United States.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Mark from the States. How we doing today? I'm doing fantastic. Shocker, right? I hope you are fantastic as well. Thank you so much. Come sit on this big fake couch. Today, we're going to finish up the Mersey Tunnel series with Darren at Adventure Me. Please go and support his channel. Goes without saying how important that is, that you all support the original content creators that we get to watch and learn from. And maybe you'll get something that you didn't know today. I hope so. You know I will. The link, of course, to this video and to the channel we're watching will be in the description as always. Thank you, Darren, for allowing us to do this. I appreciate all your hard work that you do. And I know a lot of people out there do as well. So, big fake couch. We have cats over there. One of these days I'm going to clear this off so they can come back and perch and maybe get on camera with us and watch some of the videos. Also, I'm asking a question of who you would like for me to interview. I'm looking for some ideas of some people to interview I have in the next week or so, maybe next weekend, hopefully. I'm going to try to do something special, kind of like an on location kind of a thing here in Ventura, but trust me, I think you would enjoy it. And but I don't want to spoil it too much. I gotta reach out to the whatever. I don't want to give it away, but hopefully it'll happen. Anywho, let's see what's underneath. This is what's underneath the Mersey Tunnel. So let's do it.
Welcome back to our Hidden Secrets series at the Mersey Tunnel. In this video, we are going to venture below ground, through the service corridors and into the Queensway Tunnel, even going below the road deck and into the hidden sections of the tunnel.
These wavy lines here and the Art Deco styling on the staircase depict the River Mersey and possibly the tunnel through it.
All throughout the George's Dock building is this rather detailed Art Deco coving and ceiling plasterwork. This door, located on one of the higher levels, used to be the caretaker's house, hence the letterbox in the door. It was a fully fitted out apartment and even had a roof terrace with spectacular views. We paid a quick visit to a small archive of Mersey travel memorabilia, including lots of old signal boards, detailed blueprints, measuring devices, and even Mersey ferry bells. They even had copies of the original Mersey Railway Tunnel blueprints and plans for future extensions.
That's so wild. I mean, it looks like something in my house just throwing. We have a room we call the day room, and it just basically is a catch-all where anytime we get something new into the house, it goes into there to be like staged. Are we going to use this, or is this going to be packed away? So we've got a bunch of stuff in there. It's a disaster, but it kind of reminded me of that room. Of course, I don't have the artifacts as important in my day room, but just those things just sitting there like that on shelves. I wonder how long they've been there, but that's just wild. But that's what it made me think of instantly.
This unlucky fellow was due to be the mascot of the proposed Liverpool metro system. He never saw the light of day and now spends his time masquerading as Boris Johnson.
Okay, so we've just exited the dock area.
Boris Johnson, that's funny. A mascot. I always marvel. Should I say marvel? I always wonder why, I guess I should say, is why you need mascots for something like a bridge, a tunnel, some inanimate thing that you need a mascot for. Mascots are a big deal. There's mascots for everything, but that's funny. It never got off the ground there with the mascot. But I was just to kind of touch back on what we saw. Wouldn't that be quite the job if you were to live there? I mean, I guess you're living right there in the building, and you have your own apartment there, and living and working in the same building, which I guess is convenient. I don't know if I would want to do that. I mean, I don't know, but the views must be pretty awesome of the river, I imagine. I don't know. Pretty cool, I guess. Would any of you want to do that? It'd be interesting.
And we're now going down 125 steps, did you say?
About 120, yeah.
120, 125, and down into the Mersey tunnel from the ventilation building right down. So let's head down these stairs. So as we're making our way down the stairs into the tunnel, this was the original shaft that they used to dig out the tunnel. So they would have burrowed down from the top up here where the St. George's building, or the George's building is today, and burrowed down to start the foundation of the tunnel, and then gone left or right outwards to make the tunnel shaft itself. Not like today where they use the boring machines, which they did use on the new one. But you can see the original depth that we're heading down.
That's
Is
crazy.
the original shaft, obviously without the staircase. And I'm sure it would have been a lot more scary than this.
We've got a water pump just down
Yep.
here. This little windy staircase. She just said if you hear a loud noise, that'll be what it is. And then here we have a tunnel. I can hear traffic just down here. So I can now hear traffic. I'll just show you through there. You can see the cars.
Oh, they're there?
Here we are at the tunnel. Don't go into the road.
Very close to the traffic.
Must be a trip for the drivers of these vehicles. Just going down there, also this camera popping out. Sounds very windy. It's just amazing to think of all the water above your head.
So here we are, we've reached the actual Mersey tunnel, the road tunnel. So right behind me, you'll see the moving traffic in both directions, and you'll hear it as well. So left is Liverpool, and on the right hand side would be to Birkenhead, on my right, your left. You can hear how noisy it is down here, and smelly.
Smelly.
We've got the ventilation shafts just up there, and one underneath as well.
Going into the fresh air flow.
Okay, let's head down the winding staircase.
It
We're
goes
now heading
further.
below the road deck in the tunnel. So what you saw then was the traffic
Wow.
on the road deck, which is halfway up the tunnel to the top of the tunnel, or the hole, the bore. Now we're in the lower half of the bore of the tunnel, heading underneath, and you'll hear the road deck above us in a second. You can just see by Alison's hair all the wind blowing around.
Dang.
Wow, so this is now the fresh air heading through the tunnel from the vents, which I'm presuming is round there. So the fresh air is being dragged in from the fan of the turbines that we saw round here. And on this way, all the full length of the road deck is above us up here. So you can see they've done a lot of repair work to the deck.
Wow.
So
I
if you're
can't
just
hear
saying, the air, as it comes down here, goes up through these little vents here, these little holes in the roof, and up into the road deck to supply fresh air, which is actually cleaner down here than it is where it comes in at street level. Hence why you can't smell.
probably hear it on the microphone, but you can feel or hear the air rushing through. So it can get up to 37 miles per hour
Dang.
down here. The air,
Really?
practically a gale force wind. But you can see here on the left, if you just look down here, you can see the curvature of the tunnel there. So you don't realise how big the bore of this tunnel actually is, because this is a section of it here. There's also a hollow section behind here, and then another one of these on the other side, and then the road deck, which is 4 lanes of traffic, right above us up there. So that's how big this tunnel bore is. So there you go, it's official. 46 feet in diameter is this bore here. And we've got some pipe work here, which I'm assuming water pumps. And they head all the way down there into the distance towards Birkenhead. Okay, so you should be able to hear me now. It's much quieter in here. So we've headed from the vent section out there. You can hear the road above us. And into this. Now check this out. So this is the central section of the bore below the road deck. So again, the road deck is up here on this concrete. And 4 lanes of traffic. You've got the vents that we just walked down on this side and that side. And this section here is the central section that runs all the way down the full length of the Mersey tunnel from Liverpool to Birkenhead. And as you can see today, it carries all their communication cables and power cables, presuming there's National Grid use it. And yeah, that's pretty much it today. So if you didn't hear me mention earlier upstairs, excuse the bumping, that's the road above. This was due to be an electric tramway through from Liverpool to Birkenhead. So the old standard trams that you would have seen, like the ones you see on the prom in Blackpool today. Not the new ones, obviously the old ones. They would have run through here in an up and down fashion. Underneath the road decks, it would have been a dual purpose tunnel. Now today, they have a separate railway tunnel and a separate road tunnel further up the Mersey as well. And then this one carries the road deck above us. So they don't need it today. It's not needed, like I said at the time. They were worried about the competition from the ferries, which you can also get still today across the Mersey. And you don't want to interfere with the service that's been running for many years up there by installing an electric tramway in here. That was the mood back in the day anyway, back in the early 1900s when they built this tunnel. So it never happened. So all we got today is the road deck, which is what it's been from day one. And this empty void, but now they do use it. It's not just empty. Like I said, it does carry conduit and looks like data cables up there. And we've got the emergency refuges for the road tunnel in here now as well. So if you were to have an accident up there, or if there was a fire or anything like that, they would head down the emergency staircases and into these refuge bunkers, which are all the way down here and safe from what's happening above. So let's presume there was an accident above or a fire, something that you dread in a tunnel these days.
Right.
We all learned from the Mont Blanc tunnel fire that happened many years ago. Whoa. And these were put in as a response to that all those years ago. So down here, it's completely fresh air coming in. So if there was a fire or anything like that on the top deck, all that smoke would be drawn out upwards. And the fresh air comes in from underneath where we are now. So you wouldn't get any smoke down here. But you can see part of the system here, which is when they come in here, they can stay in contact with the comms centre here at the tunnel. And also there's a camera just up there. And this is obviously sealed off. We've got nice air vents, we're pumping the fresh air in as well. And a toilet down the end as well, which is very handy. And important. Also worth mentioning, if anything happened at this side of the tunnel, you can, all the emergency refuges down the tunnel are interconnected. So you can literally carry on down the tunnel all the way to Birkenhead.
Oh, wow. Yeah, good
and get
thinking.
out that side. And here's a look down the other way. So this is towards Birkenhead now. Just zoom in for you. So all the way down to Birkenhead that way. And then back to where we are now, currently under the George's Dock building on the Liverpool waterfront. So this is the tunnel back up to the road level, or the road
No
deck.
elevators. A lot of stairs.
It's a windy staircase. Oh, look at this retro
Oh.
lift.
Hello. Elevator. Lift. I'm sorry. Lift.
This reminds me of Poland again. In the salt mines, remember that lift in there? Yeah, I'll get you a view out the window. So we're going up back to ground level now. In the lift. I don't think we'll see much, but... So this is known as the deep tunnel lift. And it can only fit 8 people in here. 8 very, very small people, I would have said.
Yeah.
But that's what the manufacturer says. You can see they're deep tunnel lift.
It had a bit of a name change. It was the deep shaft lift.
Oh, I can see why they changed that. So this is the original boiler room for the George's Dock building. To heat it up, they would have had massive boilers in here with steam going everywhere, powering and heating the water up for the heat in the building. But today, we've got this modern setup, which is fairly new. Also, the sewage and macerators here, which she said a bit like when you're on a ship and you flush the toilet, it sucks it out and then chops it all up. That's what they've got in this building, which is quite unique. Even the internal doors have got this Art Deco design on them, look at that. Little model here of how the tunnel works, the bore I was talking about. So you've got the 4 lanes of traffic through the top half, and then as you head down below the deck, you've got the vent tunnel here that we were in on both sides, and then the central avenue that we walked down just there, which would have carried the old electric tramway, which, like I said, never happened. So big thank you to Alison for giving us the tour. Alison, if anyone would like to come and do a tour of the Mersey Tunnel, how can they do that?
So we have a webpage which is merseytravel.gov.uk/tunnel tours. So just look us up. If you Google Mersey Tunnel Tours, you should be able to find us. There's a little bit of information. It's a 2-hour behind the scenes tour. It's a walking tour. Lots of stairs. You get to wear a hard hat, and you get to see behind the old control room, the fan chambers, into George's Dock itself, right back
pretty
in time,
interesting.
and we take you down to see the traffic in the tunnel itself. It's £8 for your 2-hour tour, so you can just go online and book it.
Total
if you've
bargain.
got groups or you like interesting gift vouchers, ideal Father's Day presents and Christmas presents. It's 0151 330 1004.
Well, there we go. I hope you enjoyed that fantastic behind-the-scenes tour of the Mersey Queensway Tunnel, not the Kingsway. I've really enjoyed myself today. This is right up my street, literally. Pardon the pun. It's right up my street. I love anything like this, heading underground in the tunnels, seeing things that we've never seen before. I've got to say, I've had an absolute ball today. If you enjoyed the video, please hit that subscribe button and the like button on the video as well.
Please go.
I'll see you in another
support
adventure
Darren.
next week,
Support.
wherever that will be.
That's awesome. Hidden Secrets of Hull City. I'm going to have to check that one out as well. Thank you, Adventure Me. Please go support that channel. It's important. Cannot stress that enough. Very interesting. I mean, yeah, if you would have said, hey, yeah, do you want to find out more about the Mersey Tunnel? I would have went, okay. If you would then said, but, you know, and gave all the history to it and showed me those photos at the beginning. And then it's seeing something that I've never seen before. And that's what's fascinating. I mean, would I do the tour in person? Sure. It's probably way better than seeing it on video, I'm sure. It's just the engineering of the time. It's remarkable to me. It's that people have the forethought to be able to put things together in their mind and put it down on paper and then to be able to build it. It's just something my brain is not trained to do. So I find it fascinating. And I know there's a few of you out there that also find this fascinating too. So I don't feel alone in that train of thought for sure. That was good. That was good. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope everybody's happy, healthy, and safe. You know it. Hope you have a great day. And we'll see you in the next one. Thanks, Darren and Adventure Me. And thanks to all of you. Okay. Take care, everyone. Bye.
Mark from the States, Mark from the States, it's Mark. And he's from